Hello everyone, a good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all wherever you are watching from. My name is Matema Dombo, the man behind Bantu Heritage. Welcome to Bantu Heritage, the channel of your choice. On Bantu Heritage channel, I try my level best to show you what I think might be interesting to some, and I also feel I might also influence other people to like the content I do share with you time and again. But as I have always said, Bantu Heritage mainly wants to talk about nature, talk about humanity, our culture, because as I have always said, and as we might all know and understand, we come from different backgrounds, from different continents. It is not easy. It is going to be very difficult for the rest of the world population to be able to visit all continents. Just a privileged few might be able to visit each and every continent or country in the world, but realistically the majority will not be able to. So thanks to the social media, thanks to the technology which is overtaking the world now, as we all know, we are now in what they call artificial intelligence, which I know has been developed for quite a long time. I do understand the computers, when they were first introduced, they were very big machines which had a very slow memory. Even the time I started using the computer, I know using Windows and things like that, oh, it was like, oh my God, what is this? But now things have moved and things have changed. So yes, so we are the custodians of this earth. We are the custodians of this world. We don't have any other planet to live on. I know the generations to come might say, oh, go to Mars. But I just wonder how many people will be able to migrate from Earth to Mars. As we speak now, people are stuck in their backyards because they can't migrate from one part of a country to another. So yes, so we need now to look after our heritage, which is our earth. So this earth is our heritage. So our earth now comprises of many things. We've got water, we've got our vegetation, we've got our soil and things like that. We now need to look after that heritage for the next generations to enjoy what we have also enjoyed. Because as we come to live on this earth, over our generations, we inherit what the previous generation have left for us. So what will the next generation get from us? So that's why I am talking of our heritage. We have got man-made features like buildings, man-made marvels. If you go to Malaysia, there are the Petronas Towers. If you go to China, we've got those high rises in Shanghai. If you go to Taiwan, there's the Taipei Tower. If you go to Dubai, there's the Burj Khalifa. Yeah, and so on. So we are saying, besides the man-made, we also have got God-given heritage which we have. Those are features which are naturally formed: our vegetation, flora and fauna, mountains, rivers, oceans, forests, and things like that. No wonder why we are seeing this fight in the Amazon, where people want to deforestate the Amazon for cattle ranching, and yet these indigenous people are also fighting to maintain the Amazon. And I think it might be a bit debatable, but I think it's common cause that there's what we call the ecological cycle of nature. The ecological cycle of nature is like nature depends on itself. When leaves fall from trees, they go on the ground and they rot and they become humus, and the trees get the nutrients from the rotten leaves and things like that. If you've got things like bees, they depend on flowers. When they go in to take nectar to make honey, they help cross-pollination. So that's the ecological cycle of nature. So when we talk of the earth as our heritage, that's what we look into. So we need to try by all means to maintain the status quo as it is. Today I'm in Birmingham. This is, as you can see, a green area, but it is in the middle of a residential area. This is under Birmingham City Council. These are spaces they left for gardening, which they call allotments here in England. So the allotments, from what I gather and what I understand, they were mainly meant for people who have retired from their careers. Now they need somewhere to go and have some time rather than sitting at home. They would have a place where they would go grow their vegetables, flowers and things like that. But now I can see, because in this allotment area, I also got an allotment, which is the one which is there. That's my shed there, and over there is my greenhouse. I just saw these structures there when I got this about 5-6 years ago. So I do my vegetables, my corn on this allotment each and every year. So in England or in Europe, as some might need to know, agriculture is seasonal, because during winter it's very cold. You can't do anything if you are doing outdoor agriculture, unless those who are doing winter crops and also doing the greenhouse farming, like in Netherlands, is quite prevalent there. That's why Netherlands is a net exporter of food, because though it is a small country, very cold, but they do indoor agriculture. So this is an allotment area where you rent from the council. It's about 100 quid a year. For the over 65, I think it's half price, just to encourage people to come. So this is my allotment. We are just coming out of winter. It has been raining, cats and dogs, but now I'll be working on this in the next couple of days so that I can start my planting. Yes, so this is my allotment. This is my plot. You can do agriculture here, but you are also allowed to keep animals, a limited number of animals, especially maybe rabbits or chicken. My next door neighbor is a young man. He was showing me last month that, oh, you see, I have some chicken. He has got some chicken there. You are allowed to keep chickens here, but you can't keep the cockerels because they crow during the night. So because it's in the residential area, they'll be considered antisocial. But see the type of chicken he is keeping, the dwarf ones. Yeah, last time he gave me some eggs. So this is his plot, this is his allotment. So this time of the year, many people are coming to their allotments to do some. I hope he'll be planting his allotment, because so that is mine and my greenhouse. It's a bit now dilapidated. I'm not a handyman, so I can't repair it. I just use it as it is. So let me walk you through the allotments, because this is a way of trying to preserve greenery in a residential area. As much as there is a housing boom, but they will not take these places and put houses, because they have to keep them for them to be maintained as they are, which I support very much. I think that is very good to maintain greenery in a residential area. All these you are seeing are, that's an apple tree there. Those are just shrubs, but that tall tree there is a plum. That is one of my allotments as well, but it's overgrown now. Someone was just doing this, people taking advantage. They just pay for a year to say they want an allotment. They choose an allotment or a plot, and then they start dumping things. Because in this country, when you want to dump such things, you have to pay. Especially those people who are small business people, like those who do buildings, housing repairs, and so on. Such type of junk or such type of debris, you have to pay to dispose of it. So they'll take advantage and then just come and dump them in here. I want to go and show you, we have a gentleman here who is doing bees. As you can see, because it's overgrown, so now we have flowers there, so bees will have sources of nectar. So he started with about 2 beehives, but now I was counting them. I counted 12, and all the beehives, they have bees. So around September, October, there will be a nice harvest of honey as we go into winter. So as we speak now, the bees are busy making honey. I think you can see the bees there. That's Mother Nature. This is not in the raw areas, guys, or in the countryside. It's right in the middle of a residential area. Looking after our planet Earth. Yeah, I just thought maybe some might be interested in seeing what we do. If you live in Birmingham, if you live around Ward End, because this is the border of Birmingham City Council and Solihull Borough Council. So if you live around this area, go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share, strike the like button. If you have not yet subscribed, I implore you to subscribe. To those who have already subscribed, thank you very much for your subscriptions. May you continue to share so that we grow the channel together. So this is the allotment video I thought, well, I would share with you today. Very sunny, quite warm today. The weather is smiling. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.